Hello everybody, welcome to another Zabbix video. This time I will talk about database engines, MySQL, which is now Oracle product, and PostgreSQL, and a little bit relation to Zabbix. This will not be like a deep Zabbix video, but mainly about those database engines. And the reason why I'm creating this is because one of my interests in IT industry is like when we cannot have direct solution, then we have like a workaround. Sometimes it's an ugly workaround, sometimes it's a very ugly workaround, sometimes it's like a time-consuming solution or a time-consuming workaround. And there is another area which I would call like illusion, like an illusion of a solution. If a normal person would explore how the product works, like they will most likely not notice that there is any mistake. So in this category, illusion, which is quite a creepy area, like why would you ever want to go in that direction, which is not really solution. But it is, I would say it's still applicable to the IT industry. Sometimes when there is like zero solution, like it's like not possible to solve the problem. I always like ask myself a question like, is it possible to make an illusion of a solution? And even like being transparent with the clients, sometimes when there is no direct solution, and I can say like there is a shortcut which work 99% of the time, and like revealing like how it works and understanding like time constraints that implementing the shortcut only takes 1 hour. Client agrees and let's do the shortcut. To put one funny example, like what this video talks about is like, let's say the problem is to find how many apples are in the shop. So that's the problem. And the technical implementation to find that out is taking the total items in the shop, subtracting the milk, subtracting the like bread, and that's the answer. Like a very silly approach, but while assuming that shop sells only milk, bread, and apples, it's fine solution to take the total, subtract milk and bread, and we get total amount of apples. So this video will be about this idea, like a very silly idea, and I have like one problem which I want to solve, and there is no solution. Like I ask the internet, like please give me a solution, and the internet says like you are dreamer and there is no solution. And my problem is in the database engines while comparing PostgreSQL and MySQL, there is a separate syntax how to define Unix time with this modern like when we need like to go back 1 hour, 1 day. It's a separate syntax for Postgre, and it's a completely different syntax for the MySQL. And if I ask like internet, can you do one unified syntax so I can always copy and paste blindly and it will do the work, then the answer is no, it's impossible. And like now my extra brain kicks in, and is there any way to make an illusion of this challenge, like create a like an SQL query which really bundles together, and I have like a single query which we can use, which I can use copy and paste. And the answer is yes, and a very silly one. The general problem here is like we have a separate syntax, and like the function now is like showing what's the time right now. And in Zabbix, like there is a table sessions, and this table records user activity. When users are online, this table will always like write the very latest Unix time in the table, like almost like the time which is running right now. And so this is the input to create that like illusion that now we are solving the problem. We can ask the database like what time is it right now, and if right now there is a bunch of users online, it will give the answer with a very high precision. If all the users like navigate to the front end, the precision will be very, very high. And of course, like this would not be so applicable during the night, except if some user maybe left a dashboard on the screen, and if you have hundreds of users, maybe someone still is browsing the night. Yeah, so what we can do is like we can take one of these queries over here, copy, and publish it here, and instead of running this clock, I can kind of like open the parentheses over here like this and put that query in the middle. So this is the now position, and to go 1 hour back, so it's easy, like I subtract, and I can tell like 3600, so it's like exactly 1 hour back. And sometimes we ask the Google like how many seconds are in 7 days, how many seconds are in 1 day. Like we don't need to do that because the algebra is also supported here. So this is the 1 hour, and if we want to go back like exactly 1 day, then just add multiplication by 24. If we want to go back 1 week, then add multiplication by 7. If you want to go back 1 month, like then multiplication by 30. Okay, just screencasting, like if this, let's actually explore how this query works in the Postgres, like which is dedicated for Postgres. And here I have both database engines. If I put in the Postgres, the one, click, and enter, so it does not fail. It gives back the input. If I put the same query in my SQL, edit, paste, and enter, like my SQL is going crazy, and this is like, in IT industry, this is quite a nightmare, like why there is no unified syntax between MySQL and PostgreSQL. And same thing is with this other query, which is designed for MySQL. If we put it over here, paste, and enter, it does not fail. And if we go back to Postgre and put the MySQL syntax over here, enter, and it is like what you are talking about. Okay, let's clear the screen, and that like imaginary solution, like if I want to go back for 30 days, then yeah, this is the one. And if we copy and put it inside my SQL, edit, paste, and it does not fail, excellent. And if we put same thing inside the MySQL, it prints back some information. Quite funny, I would say. Yeah, that is everything I wanted to share. I find it fascinating how sometimes we think there is no solution, which is absolutely true. But when we think about illusion, sometimes the illusion can come with high precision, and this example what I'm sharing, like it's not so useful in when we work with the daily data, but it gets useful in a migration, like when you want to orchestrate some commands to like migrate the data from one table to another table, and then we usually select like 7 days, and by selecting 7 days, if this query is losing precision, then all we lose is like instead of 7 days, we will select 8 days, which is not a big deal. Maybe it's like a good thing that it just goes back, while the select query remains universal between MySQL or PostgreSQL. Okay, that's everything for this video. If you find it entertaining, funny, give it a thumbs up, and thanks for watching.